Hello guys, and welcome to episode 46 of my Empire Total War campaign, playing as Great Britain on very hard difficulty. Today it looks like we're setting up for an attack on the French, which may be the final battle against them. It will likely knock them out of the game entirely, which will be absolutely wonderful. So that's what's occurring at Stuttgart at the moment, which is brilliant. I am sort of considering replenishing these guys, but we're going to have to wait until our income from the next turn. Another interesting thing that we have going is our fleet is on the way to Brazil. So that will arrive and we can destroy the Maratha Confederacy fleet, take their galleons from them, and then build a really strong trading fleet that can move to the Ivory Coast and just sit there and make us loads and loads of money. At least that is the plan. Once that's occurring, I'll probably invest in even more naval forces, even more like India men, and just kind of spam that as much as I can to just take full control of those nodes. Now, since we're at war with pretty much everyone now, naval forces are a bit of a problem, so that's what we have to work on. Obviously with Spain out the picture it's not so bad, but we will inevitably go back to war with them at some point, probably after we've finished with the situation in North America, which is looking rather dire right now. So anyway, let's just quickly go through our lists to make sure that I haven't missed anything. I might just move this guy up just to make that reunion a bit quicker. Down in Gibraltar, they are fine. Those lucky men down there. The ones in Stuttgart are definitely not as lucky, since they're going to be the ones charging onto the breach very soon, and that's not exactly where you want to be. Being the vanguard going into one of those gaps in those walls. Oh my. That is definitely a way to die very quickly. Alright, we're not at war with Prussia, are we? What I was thinking was maybe I can just raid some trade here. Like Sweden's making 11k, so and why not just raid it? Will that make us any more money? It will. Oh, it actually makes us quite a lot more money. That is beautiful. Okay, so yeah, great stuff. That was worth doing. What else can we do? Make sure all of my gentlemen are in decent places. This gentleman got left behind, didn't he? We'll have to go pick him up at some point. He's just been left there in Newfoundland, wondering what the hell he's doing. That's rather amusing. Right, let's have a look at what's in Mexico with our rake. There's actually a very limited defense here. A couple of native warrior auxiliary, which are melee infantry, and some line infantry there with some 12-pounder howitzers. These are actually pretty decent because they can ignore walls, so on an attack they will still be effective. Go down to Antigua, Guatemala. He's fine in Munich, and this chap was meant to be dropped over. Gee, I guess we can still do that, can't we?
I cannot go there.
Yeah, let's have him jump on those ships. Have the Navy drop him off. And then have... yeah, so the rake can come out. And he can go back to blockading. That is fine. So the Swedish fleet currently is up here. They won't be able to get to us in this turn at least. We don't have to worry about that. We can just raid their trade. Lovely stuff. Let's end the turn. They're making a lot of money from that trade at the moment. It's incredible. France has kind of bypassed Stuttgart with some men. That may make the army at Munich much weaker, in which case we can probably just destroy France, and that will hopefully delete their armies. If it doesn't, then we're going to have to maybe shift around some of our forces afterwards, but otherwise I think we'll be okay. 13 colonies really need to regroup with all of these men. Because they are being beat on pretty damn hard. I did manage to take back Fort de Chartres from the Pueblo. So that's a start, I guess. And the Inuits have declared war on us. Okay. Sure. Oh dear. I just find it very amusing. Oh, that's not amusing though. My lord. How bad do the 13 colonies need to be? But yeah, when the Native Americans are like, we're going to just attack you. Just like, oh, okay, fine. We had an agent recruited, a Protestant missionary, and we have a rake in the Bahamas. Okay. Well, that rake's going to be on holiday for a while, but we will be able to get our agent here. Wow, he's a good chap. Orson Reed. 10. Was that 9 ranks? Sorry. 8 ranks. Oh wow, count the stars, guys. It's like a primary school exercise. Anyway, yeah, getting him over into Europe would be a good idea. We can start to change the religion of France, which would be very nice. So let's just have him come down into the port, have our fleet go to the port, get him onto the boat, put him over here, get the agent off the boat into Paris. Job done. Okay. Agent executed, James Alexander, and for some reason our income just absolutely tanked it again. Fleet has arrived down here. It's time to take on the Maratha Confederacy. Okay, so it's saying it's a lot more even than it probably is, especially considering a lot of their brigs here don't actually have much firepower. So let's go and fight this manually. The main thing that I'm trying to do here is capture their galleons, so that's what we're going to try and do. Although we might just end up blowing them up since they are already pretty weak, so we may see that occur. But we have one galleon that's pretty strong. We've got, of course, our 4th rates, so let's have those lead up the charge. And then we're going to have the rest come up behind them. Okay. And I will control them all. Put them into a group. That's fine. And the deployment. Lovely stuff. Right. I'm probably going to try and sail across this way if I can. Because we really don't have much wind. So this should hopefully put us in a decent-ish position. Allow us to sail with some speed at least. Saying that, seem to be cutting across us to the left, so maybe we go over to the left side instead. Yeah, this is a bit awkward. Especially if they all follow that same path, but maybe it'll be okay. As long as my galleons fire first, we should hit them very hard indeed. So that's what I'm kind of looking for here. Yeah, all their galleons are on one side, all their brigs on the other. You could never imagine the Indians having ships like this, would you? But there we go. It's happening. This galleon only has 12 guns. Only has 36 men as well, actually. So there's that. That's probably the worst broadside I've ever seen out of that galleon, but sure. At least it's got it shot off. We're actually going to be hitting their weak side as well. once this galleon gets round. I think it's really cool though how these galleons have they have cannons on the front of them. That broadside though there from those 12 guns, that was pretty shit. That one fired its broadside because I should probably shift it. This galleon is taking a beating, guys. Holy moly. Well, that brig certainly did as well. Wow. These guys are both routing, which is why my ships are actually still firing at them. Would like them to surrender though, rather than run, if I can. I don't want the brigs. Oh, the front cannons from this galleon just blew up that brig. What a shot! Wow. Right, we're going to just continue to flatten this force, put some grape shot into them. I don't think we've done too badly here. That grape shot's very useful at that range. Maybe we just hit them with the chain shot. That would be ideal. This galleon's gonna get broadsides on both sides. Oh yes. Very nice indeed. Those guys are routing. I'm thinking maybe I could just board it. Because that's going to be pretty much the win for us right now. Are they firing back? Oh, it's because they've recovered. I see. Oh, we've taken down their mast there, that's nice. Changed his grape shot again, since we're going to be boarding. So I should probably put these onto chain shots as well. But there we go. How epic is this? My ship's going to be taking a hell of a lot of hull damage though. I'll tell you that much. Oh my. Right, go on men, get the job done. mean, we're actually going to see a proper boarding action, I think. The sound effects are really cool. Alright, let's speed things up. We're actually going to be boarding that. It's taking its sweet time. Yeah, here we go. We are indeed boarding. We're actually losing quite a lot of men, but they've surrendered now, so that's good. Do we just take one? Am I happy with one? Just continue. I think I might be able to catch this one, maybe. If I change this to chain shot, we use him to do a chain shot broadside onto this galleon, and then we board him. Okay, they've surrendered. Fine. That's why we weren't firing at them. Those guys surrendered as well. I think they're going to get out, but we'll see. If the front guns can use chain shot effectively, then we might have a chance here at catching up. Also, our ship seems pretty fast, but no, I think they've got away. We'll quit the battle there for a decisive victory, which is fine. Not sure we captured many of the brigs. No, we just got the two galleons here. Add them to our fleet. Brilliant. And now it's just a matter of combining the forces of these galleons with a bunch of India men. Okay, those guys can stay there. These guys need to go to the Ivory Coast. And these chaps, we can put that Indiaman in there. That's going to tank our economy a little bit for now. But at least we can head back up now to America. Sort ourselves out some more pirates. So that was really good. Yeah, really successful. We got a huge trade fleet now with a lot of galleons, and getting those to actually produce us cash from trade is definitely a good start. Will allow us to then upgrade and build more into our navy. Like, I'll be looking into building second rates from this port at some point. I should probably fix that up actually. Yeah, because second rates will be very useful. We can also get some third rate ship of the lines. We all just have way more cannons. Like, second rates aren't fantastic because they're not very maneuverable, but pretty much floating fortresses. Yeah, so the army here isn't as big anymore. So I feel like we can just go for this attack. What's actually coming out? 3 units of cuirassiers, and we have 3 units of grenadiers there. It's quite a nasty elite army they've got. See if we can attack Munich like so.
They are trapped.
Surrender refused. Let's go ahead and assault it. So this was the battle we've all been waiting for. We're finally here. Should be a good one. So starting off there with the successful battle against the Maratha Confederacy was really nice on the seas. I don't think there's going to be any fleet that can really attempt to take on our trade fleet now in the Ivory Coast. The Spanish might try, but they're now at peace with us, so that's going to be in the future. Oh, look at the amount of men we have. It is absolutely glorious. I think it may just be lagging my PC a little bit as well. Oh dear, that's when you know it's epic. So same deal as usual actually. We will create 2 holes in the walls. I need to make sure that my cannons are defended. So what we'll do is we'll have like 1 unit like so, 1 unit like so, because the AI recently, when I've been playing in these episodes, has been sort of sallying forth, and it's been causing me a couple issues, so I'm just gonna go like so. Let's make sure these cannons are as far forward as they can be. We're just gonna be taking down the wall anyway, so no biggie, and then we'll be like limbering them up against again, so that we can move them up to those breaches and start to shoot through the breaches. Right, following up those 4 units, we need to have 2 units heading to the left side, 2 units heading to the right side here. And yeah, we might be able to cause a distraction of some sort around the back, which will then allow us to push through the front. But if I break these breaches and I'm allowed to push up my troops to those breaches, then there's no reason not to use those, since it seems the AI likes to try and push through them, and that would be a great way to just win the battle quite easily. So that's what I'll be looking to do. Let's keep my bodyguard, my general, just well out of the way. I have no idea where I really want to put him. I guess I'll put him down here, because God, do they go for general snipes in this game? Yeah, he's well out of the way, that's fine. Okay, these guys can just stand in the middle here, and we will end the deployment. Right, cannons fire away. We just want to make a couple breaches either side, and then we'll be using those, and in the meantime we'll just chill with the rest of our forces. They might start firing their cannons at us from the walls, but that's fine, we'll just speed it up. Not going to take too much damage. Cannonball to the head or 2, it should be fine. The only issue really is if they're lucky enough to hit my general, or not general, the cannons, with their cannons on the walls. Now it looks as though this wall breach may take a little while. The one on the left is definitely progressing a lot quicker. It's nice that they've got a unit on there, actually 2 units on there. So that may give us quite a few kills if we get the breach. Although when it gets damaged, I think they tend to run off it. We'll have to wait and see. But so far so good. They're actually firing at our line infantry here, which is unwittingly hitting the cavalry behind. So I'll just move the cavalry over a bit. Let them run, because I don't want them to bunch up. My line infantry is being shot at, so we'll just spread them out a bit more. That is fine. Yeah, so you see the wall's damaged now. Probably going to move off it. If they don't, then that's fine, but yeah, it looks like they're going to. On this side, it's going to take a little while longer. But that is 2 line infantry regiments. And honestly, that killed quite a lot of them. Okay. What I'm going to do after I've destroyed these breaches is I might attack these areas so we can't be shot down upon by these cannons. But it really depends where they try to put their forces. It might even be worth like shooting at the center one here. Then again, the strategy is to move up the cannons towards these breaches once they're made, so yeah, we'll try that. Nice if the cannons didn't take so long though. You'd think they'd do this while they were sieging rather than during the assault. Either way, that's a wall down. That's what I like to see. Let's go hit this middle area. Yeah, you can see they sort of squeeze out of it. And if I move a cannon up, we can definitely take advantage of that. Right, now we've got the other breach there. Again, we'll just target the mid. Maybe do some damage to these line infantry. And then we'll finally limber them up again and head towards the breaches. Are these guys firing? Okay, they are now. Yeah, we just want to make sure that there aren't any cannons on here really that can do a lot of damage to us. In the structural integrity of like a piece of fort this size would take a very long time to undermine, but I guess it's kind of represented here. We've been in the battle for apparently 15 minutes worth, but that's going to be 100% destroyed, and that killed off a lot of that line infantry regiment, which is good. Okay, so that's what I like to see. Let's now limber back up again, and it's time to push forwards. Those poor men who got hit by those cannonballs waiting. Shame. Right, so the idea now is to move up and create like a cone, like so. With the cannons in the mid. So those cannons can come up like so. Squeeze in there. Lovely jubbly. We'll do the same on this side. Okay. Good. Pretty much perfect. I'm moving forwards just a little bit more. Have these guys in the mid. Nothing to climb here, so I guess we could just have them as reserve. Maybe turn off their fire at will. Now once we start to make a dent through these breaches onto these men, what we'll do is try and climb up around the back, I guess. We definitely can climb up on this side if I start to move these chaps forwards. So let's start moving up to this side if we can. Start moving forwards on this side as well, since there's no one on the walls there. And these guys, they can move all the way around the back. We're all going to be walking, so we've got plenty of time. Let's just speed it up. But getting those orders in place now is better than later. So looks like they're horsemen. I'm gonna have to be careful about those poking out there. I have to put my troops in square formation pretty quickly. You can just see how much it lags. It's funny because when I move the camera about, it doesn't lag, but as soon as I stop moving the camera, you'll see it starts to skip like this, and it looks absolutely awful. It's very unresponsive. Right, send it back to normal. I want to shoot these horsemen if I can. Alright, let's run these guys up so that if they try and come out of the breach again, we are ready to go. Same with these guys. They can now run into position. Good. Right, we are being shot from this wall area, which is not ideal. Maybe I could have these troops run forwards for the time being. And the only way I can think of fixing this is maybe moving backwards or forwards a little bit more, but I'm not sure that's going to work. Unless we just move away from that side completely. Maybe one way to do it. Rather than giving them free shots. Right, those guys are nearly in position as well. That's good. Once again though, they're on the walls there. It's kind of frustrating. Oh, this is going to be nasty. There's just so many kills. Oh, their infantry moved because my men moved. That's good. I'll move ours back, turn these guys around. That's fine. These guys probably need to unlimber now. Although I think I should move them forwards a little bit more. Right, stop. Unlimber. There's just so many kills. And there really is no reason for me to climb right now if I can just canister them to death. That's what I'm going to be looking to do. Change to canister on that side as well. Once again there. Getting a lot of kills. Focus on the units through the breach, the ones that are already here. We'll just get some help in there. It's fine. Don't really want to fire into my own guys if I don't have to. Okay, that's good. Focus on the men outside the breach. Well, in the breach, I guess. These guys should be able to fire at these guys in the back once they're dealt with the guys running out. I should probably get my cavalry here, actually. That'd be a good response to some of these firelock arm systems and really getting involved. A lot of these men running away. The majority of my cannon crew survived, yeah. Easy. Let's just stop them from firing, because I don't want them to friendly fire. Alright, that is fine. Killed off a lot of guys already. Perfect. Right, now what we're going to be looking to do, maybe try and climb the walls here. And back here. And we're going to try and capture these buildings. So much damage. Let's maybe come up on this side as well. Now we'd weakened them a lot. We can definitely got ourselves an opportunity to push over those walls. Oh, it looks like we're being attacked by the cavalry here. Let's make sure we engage those. It's fine. Those guys broke just as they reached the cannons. Let's stop those guys from firing. Wow, melted. Right, stop firing. Gotta make sure we keep an eye on what's going on back here. Oh, these guys have broken through the gate. Okay, sure. These guys need to go for the building. Okay, we have been charged here. The cavalry is actually doing something useful. It's interesting because that's not normally something that happens. Putting them into squares is probably not the best idea, actually, considering their present circumstance. That is all good. I think we're fine here. Okay, good. Honestly, I should probably have this unit capture the gate. Because they've almost done a great job of that already. Oh, where are these guys? Oh, okay. Actually, let's move these guys out of the way. Run, men. And then we'll get the cannons involved. Kind of just want these guys to line up on the edge of the wall here. Start shooting down those horses. These guys need to get up on top of here if they can. Over here. Oh, we did get charged by line infantry. Interesting. Let's have our cav get involved. We did a lot of damage with that charge. Let's get back here. Let's just charge those horsemen instead. Okay, the cannons did the job. That's what I like to see. Have these guys run down and jump in that building there if I can. I think this building's being shot at. Yeah, it is. Maybe we just have these guys engage these cannons in melee. That wouldn't be so bad. Then these guys can go in that building instead. Right, we won that engagement. Let's go into wedge. Charge down these chaps. We can probably start to think about breaking through the breaches soon on the wall here. We should be getting involved, reinforcing our men. they're using canister on the building now. Probably not the best bet, but sure. Those cavalry got wrecked. Our cavalry need to get out of there. I think they hit relatively well with that charge, but it shouldn't be in prolonged contact or melee, I guess. It's not really ideal. Right, since we've broken into the centre, what I may as well do is just capture the centre. So if we can take care of those guys, we can get that done. Over here, I think we may as well just try and line up and shoot down onto those guys if I can. Oh yeah, they did come in with their reinforcements, didn't they? Nah, that's what would have been what caught me out. Yeah, I completely forgot they didn't start inside. Ah, that's okay. What I might do is just have these guys move to the centre anyway. Because the guys shooting out of the building here should be able to finish them off, I think. On this wall, how's it going? Not particularly well. They do have grenadiers in this engagement, which is why it's not really ending very well. Well, my cannons can definitely start firing here, that's good. Have these lot come through. Or maybe better than that, we can have these guys start to move around the edge of the fort. Well, we've got to have a look at how many kills these cannons got at some point. Oh my. How am I not capturing that now? Okay, now I am. That's fine, as long as it stays that way. These 14 men, certainly standing strong. Oh, I think they sent back like a couple men that were blocking the capture. Just look how many people get killed by those canister shots. It's unfortunate, but like our line infantry here have been broken for the most part, but we'll be able to escape with the regiment intact. Testing the marksmanship of my soldiers here, that's for sure. These 5 men with balls of steel.
Line infantry.
I'm pretty much just freely cutting down these guys because they're trying to shoot up onto the wall, I think. I'm not sure my cav are actually going to be able to kill those cannons, but we'll try. Right, we wiped out that unit completely. Let's just get into this building. Maybe get some extra snipes off. Who knows? We're down to 5 men there. 23 seconds, let's just speed it up. Should be over momentarily. Bravo. That is a victory. We shall end the battle for a heroic one. That was a very good battle, actually. Generally, you'd expect to lose a lot more on an assault like that, but yeah, that went pretty well. Maybe it was unnecessary to climb on the side walls, especially considering how well the cannons were doing. Let's have a look at the battle statistics. The 12-pounder foot artilleries, they got 323 kills and 210 kills. This line infantry got 310 kills as well. That's pretty insane. Great job. That's going to be Munich ours, and France has been destroyed. Don't need to worry about those troops that were breathing down our neck, as they are gone. Beautiful. beautiful end to the episode, guys. And it's nice to have this under my control. Let's fix it up. The reason I'm going to be fixing up the army board ASAP is because we're getting to the point where we're... Actually, oh, it already unlocks the research. Okay, that's good. We don't need to fix it up then. We'll fix up the Imperial Palace instead, since that gives us the repression we need. Here we should probably upgrade that Royal Palace. I need to put some troops over in here. I'm not sure how much we need to do in order to fix that. I could just exempt them from tax, although, yeah, that's fine. It's only 300 income. Let's have a look elsewhere, actually. Where are we exempting at the moment? We're exempting at Strasbourg. Whether or not we need to now, I don't think we do. So, yeah, we can have that back. That's nice. We don't need to at Munich. That will sort itself out. So, yeah, we are in a fantastic position here. Really, really good position, actually. Okay. And with that, it has unfortunately been my time. In the next episode, not really sure what I'm going to do in Europe next, but we'll figure it out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then. Goodbye.